Okay, front ends. So most people will come into the Steem blockchain, or probably have heard about Steem blockchain from seeing a lot of links and URLs to STEEMIT. STEEMIT is actually a company that runs a front end to the Steem blockchain and does quite a lot of development of the Steem blockchain. And one of the original founders, Ned at Ned on STEEMIT, or on the Steem blockchain, actually set up the Steem blockchain with another guy called Dan. Dan went off to do other things, namely EOS and a few other projects. So they have a big stake in the Steem blockchain, but it doesn't mean that everybody has to go through the STEEMIT website. And recently, with them laying off quite a lot of people, I think it was 70% of the team, people obviously had concerns and were looking around at maintaining the Steem blockchain itself. Now it's this living, breathing organism kind of thing. So you don't have to use Steem on the front end, and because Condenser, which is the code that you're looking at, which is like the front end skin if you like, all the elements in this are the blog post being pulled back from the Steem blockchain. So that means that people can set up their own front ends, and one of those would be busy.org. There's also Steve, and there's also steempeak. They're the examples I'm using today. You'll notice that there's a common denominator on each one of these URLs, and that is the @ and then the username after it. So steemit at Team Humble, busy.org at Team Humble, steve.app at Team Humble, etc., etc. on steempeak as well. So what's the differences? Well, for instance, something like busy might be a little bit more your favorite styling. There is features on this that doesn't exist on STEEMIT. For instance, video playback. You can actually play video in line on the page without having to go across to for instance, something like DTube, which is powered by IPFS, but it's also, you know, you post on DTube and it goes to your Steem blog. Normally with that on the STEEMIT blog, I would have to go down to that post, and then you'll see that there's a hyperlink. It just puts the graphic. I actually have to click through to take me through to DTube to play it. So obviously there's a convenience thing there, and there's a few other sites that do that as well. Steve is a little bit different than the other ones because Steve actually has some AI code in there to start looking through the blockchain, and they have a curation process, and they put the stuff that they think is good up front and center. So people coming into the Steem blockchain for the first time, might be a good idea to point them in the direction of either steempeak or Steve, because there's a curation team in the background that are looking for the best stuff on the blockchain and putting that front and center. So that's obviously going to attract people in, looking at the website and ultimately becoming a Steemian. My favorite, I have to say at the moment, is steempeak, not just because it's got a hell of a lot of tools in the back end system, which is in the dashboard, shows you the author rewards, curation rewards, account growth, things like that. It's also got a powerful feature called templates, which allows you to create templates and then go in and create a post from those templates. So each one of these front ends has got different features which makes them either slightly better than the previous one or just gives you options. Now, this is when decentralization becomes incredibly powerful, because if you were a Facebook user, you would only be able to go to facebook.com, and if facebook.com was down, you wouldn't be able to post on Facebook. Whereas if one of these sites goes down, you can always go to the other website, because the Steem blockchain is hosted on hundreds of witness servers all around the globe. So you're connecting into those servers, and it's very, very, very rare that the blockchain itself goes down. We don't have that many witnesses that fall over and you can't connect. So there's lots of different ways into the blockchain. There's lots of different ways to post in the blockchain, which gives it a bit more of a security, because you're not centralized to one website. That website's not going to get attacked, and therefore you can't post the Steem blockchain. All of these different applications connect via different witness servers or APIs or RPCs to get into the Steem blockchain, so you can write stuff to it and also pull things back. So that's a really big feature, and it's something that you have to get your head around, and it took me a while to get my head around it, because normally you're used to a centralized site, which is like one URL with lots of servers in the background of it, whereas this is lots of URLs and lots of servers, but the same blockchain. So it's the same data but different skins, different front ends if you like, and you can code your own. you can code your own front end if you want to make a super minimalistic one, or if you want to do one for a niche of people. Maybe it's live streamers, even though we do have Vim.tv. You can go and build your own front end and interface with the Steem blockchain to pull that content back.